ASUS announced the ExpertBook B9 back at CES earlier this year, and it has now finally arrived on Malaysian shores. Being productive at work is already dreadful enough, and you needing to lug a heavy laptop around with you for the whole day is worse. We reached out to ASUS and got a unit on our hands early for review. So this is the ultra-portable, featherweight ASUS ExpertBook B9 laptop review. The ASUS ExpertBook B9's chassis is made out of magnesium lithium alloy, which ASUS claims is lighter and stronger compared to the magnesium alloy used by most laptops these days. That itself is the main factor of how the laptop can be super lightweight, 870 grams to be exact. Now on top of that, the laptop is also thin at just 1.49 cm. That's equivalent to a PS4 game disc cover or a standard B5 sized notebook. I've never held a laptop that light before, so it definitely impressed me even before I opened it up. The ExpertBook B9's surface has this smooth matte finish to it. However, it does feel a little plasticky and it suffers a bit of flex in the keyboard deck. While the matte textured surface looks great, it doesn't attract fingerprints, but it does tend to get scuffed and dusty quite easily. That being said, ASUS claimed that the ExpertBook B9 laptop has passed the military standard 810G test. This lets it withstand shock, drop, vibration, humidity, altitude, and extremely high or low temperatures. And not only that, ASUS also did a few more tests to let it endure in its hinge, ports, panel pressure, and keyboard durability. While it isn't a convertible PC, the ExpertBook B9 can also open up to 180 degrees, meaning you can lay it flat all the way down. Being a laptop geared for business, the ExpertBook B9 has almost all the connectivity ports that you need and most of the business features you would expect. It's got all the latest I/O ports including Thunderbolt 3, HDMI, USB-C, USB-A, and an audio jack. It also runs on Windows 10 Pro, has a fingerprint sensor, and a 720p IR camera that supports Windows Hello login. To protect your privacy, the laptop has the Trusted Platform Module (TPM), a built-in camera shutter, and a dedicated button to turn off the camera. The ASUS ExpertBook B9 has a 14-inch Nano Edge display fitted into a 13-inch laptop's body. That is because the bezels are only 4mm thin, giving it an incredible 94% screen-to-body ratio. On top of its Full HD IPS panel is an anti-glare coating. Now this display is just bright enough to allow me to see what's on the screen even under bright sunlight. The Full HD display itself is decent, it has vivid colors and its blacks are acceptable. Details are crisp and it has a nice high contrast when viewing videos with Full HD resolution and above. Viewing angles are great too, with no distortion of colors when looking at the screen from the sides. Apart from that, readability is great, especially if you're going through walls of text at work every day. There isn't a touchscreen on board. While I hoped ASUS would have included one, in retrospect it would have increased the laptop's price a whole lot more. Now in return, it beefed up hardware performance to make up for it. The ExpertBook B9 is a laptop that has made working from home an absolutely pleasurable experience. Because of how light it is, I was able to just carry it with me to wherever corner of the house I wanted to sit in. The keyboard feels amazing to type on, and the keystroke travel distance is just right for my hands. However, I did need to get used to it at the beginning because the keyboard layout leans more towards the right side, so I had to shift my hands a little to the right to get the hang of typing faster on the ExpertBook B9. It may not be mechanical, but the keys still feel really comfortable when pressed on. The trackpad is very wide, and it has a smooth matte surface to navigate on. Navigation gestures were fast, and the trackpad is super responsive with no complaints. The ASUS NumberPad 2.0 is also built right into the trackpad, and all you need to do is to long press the numpad icon on the top right corner. Even with the virtual numeric keypad there, you can still use the surface as a trackpad. ASUS also included the ASUS software that opens up a plethora of information and tools for the ExpertBook B9. There are several notable features in hardware settings that I think I should point out. You can tweak the battery health charging, giving you customization over the recharge ceiling settings, from 100% to 80% and 60%. Now these will theoretically help prolong the battery's physical life depending on how your day or usage is. The ASUS software also lets you choose your own fan profile. You can set it to dynamic to let it automatically adjust to your laptop's working status, or you can go full blast on velocity mode to further increase cooling. Don't worry, even on high fan speed, the laptop is almost silent. Apart from that, you can also turn on the True to Life mode to increase video quality, allowing videos to be sharper, detailed, and more realistic. ASUS also lets you link your smartphone to the My ASUS software. You will need to download the link to My ASUS app first to pair up your smartphone and the ExpertBook B9. Connectivity ports are sufficient, but I would have preferred ASUS to include an SD card reader in the ExpertBook B9. Apart from that, all ports are well positioned and easily reachable. It doesn't get in the way of any other cables too. The ExpertBook B9 is a business laptop, so we ran performance tests with PC Mark 10's benchmarking software. Overall day-to-day use, I find the ExpertBook B9 to be fast. It launched apps almost immediately and I could get my files transferred in less time than it would have took on a regular mid-range laptop. One thing to note is that the ExpertBook could have performed faster if it didn't use last-gen RAM, when LPDDR4X RAM is already available. Although the laptop isn't built for gaming, we ran a few benchmarks with 3D Mark and Final Fantasy XVI just for the fun of it. But fair warning, the results aren't that great, because this is a productivity laptop anyway. The ASUS ExpertBook B9 speakers are placed on the bottom of the laptop, tuned by Harman Kardon. Quality-wise, it's fairly adequate. The speakers are just loud enough, with great mids and highs for video calls and meetings, but it lacks bass, so if you want that thumping sound, you're better off listening to dance and EDM tunes using a headphone. It also has array microphone with Cortana and Alexa voice recognition, so you can just call out to Alexa and tell her what to do, setting meetings and reminders for example. The ASUS ExpertBook B9 has two versions with different battery capacities. One is a 33 Wh battery that weighs 870 grams, and another 66 Wh battery which lets the laptop weigh 995 grams. Both are under 1 kilogram. Our unit is the 66 Wh version, and yet it's still ridiculously light and thin. The battery life is amazing, as it got me through a day and a half. Most of the time, all I did was play some YouTube videos, web browsing, article writing, and checking some emails. As for the speaker's volume level, I was hovering at the 50% mark. When running PC Mark 10's extended test, the test started at 63% and ended with 39% battery left. Even after that, it could last me a few more hours before dying on me. Even when the battery needs to be recharged, charging it from 0% to 77% only took 35 minutes, and to fully charge it to 100%, it took a total of 1 hour and 15 minutes. That's pretty fast thanks to the 65W USB Type-C charger. The ASUS ExpertBook B9's price might be a little off-putting, but this is a machine that's tailor-made for productivity and for a niche market. If you're a corporate salaryman looking for uncompromising new-gen performance and appreciate the beauty and novelty of having a thin and lightweight laptop, the ExpertBook B9 is perfect for you. It's fast, secure, long-lasting, and ultra-portable when switching between meeting locations. Quite a package when you factor in all the features you're getting for the price. That's all for this review. My name is Terry, and I'll catch you all the next time.